When I was a kid, I grew up in a rough little town, and man, I'm telling you what, a bunch of little rednecks in southern Tennessee, and I'm telling you, we all fought all the time. It's pretty brutal a lot of times. I mean, even by I think the first time I ever pulled a knife on anybody and tried to stab him, I was probably in the fifth grade. And that's just the way it was. It was a violent little town. We were violent little rednecks. And so I sold papers. My brother sold papers. It's one of the ways we made extra money. And it wasn't like a paper route. It's where you actually had to carry papers around and try to sell them to people. And so one day I was on this corner that I worked all the time, and a boy that was a few years older than me, a lot bigger than me, a lot tougher than me. He came up and he said, "Get off this corner. It's mine. I'm taking it." I said, It's not your corner. It's mine. I come to this corner. I use this corner every single day." He said, "I don't care if you do it now. I'm taking this corner." And he would have beat me up, and he probably would have taken all my money away from me. Well, my brother was tough. He was a lot tougher than I ever thought about being. And he didn't know that my brother was coming up behind him. And suddenly I got this. I went from fear. I mean, I was going to stand up to the guy. I was that kid that even if I knew you were going to beat the daylights out of me, I was going to stand up to you. And I did get beat up a lot because I would not back down. I didn't care how big you were. I didn't care how mean you were. You were just going to have to beat me up. I wasn't going to give up. If you knocked me down, if I couldn't get back up, I'd start biting you on the leg. It was just, we were crazy. And so all of a sudden, man, my brother shows up, and boy, everybody around there was afraid of my brother. It's amazing how much peace you come in when you realize that there is a strength, there is an influence, there is a power that's greater than any enemy that you are facing at that particular moment. Well, and so my brother put the fear in this guy. Best I remember, he popped him a couple a couple of good ones. Man, this guy took off and left me alone.